Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. We're going to sit for a few minutes of meditation. Now, this week happened a little differently. I've given you a few meditations to do this week they're yours. You can practice to them anytime you want. This meditation today will begin our 7-day daily meditation practice. Because how can we really know something is helpful, beneficial, good for us if we don't, apply it and experience it and practice it and be in it a little bit more often? So for the meditations you've done thus far, fantastic. And please give me feedback. Let me know how that is going and if that's working. And this meditation is you at the start of the gate. And if you meditate for 7 full consistent days, not trying hard, not working hard at it, but just being willing to sit your butt down and show up for 7 days, it will work on you and start to work for you. And my hope is that you will continue it, because then you're going to have 7 more meditations that are guided for you that you can do at any time. Meditation for 7 days is going to create a pattern. It's going to begin planting seeds. And my hope is to a new pathway. And this simple exercise is profound in its simplicity and in its discipline. And discipline just meaning something you do every day. It starts to create a new patterning within you, which creates a new pathway for your mind, for the way you think, for your health, for your life. So even when you struggle, you're allowed to struggle. Even when you resist, you're allowed to resist. Even when you feel like, I couldn't get it today, that's all allowed. Give yourself space, especially in the 7-day meditation program. It's all allowed. Give yourself space, and don't attach so much meaning to it, because that's what starts to create that resistance the next day and so forth. Your experience just is, and that's it. That's it. And you'll have a chance to begin again at any time. When you're first learning meditation, it might be awesome for you to do this a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes before bed. You do what works for you. So, be comfortable, whether you appreciate meditation by laying down on your back with your knees bent, feet hip-width apart, or whether you are fine to sit cross-legged. If you're laying on your back, give support to the backs of your knees to support the spine. And if you're seated, put something under your butt. Get your hips higher than your knees, and let's begin. All 10 fingertips touching. See all 10 fingertips touching. Close your eyes and check in. Can you feel all 10 fingers touching? Because the power in this meditation is simply feeling the fingertips. You have plenty to think about. You don't need to think about your fingertips. You just drop into feeling them. Just feel all 10 fingertips touching. And then just hold that image that all 10 fingertips feel you feeling them, and respond back with sensation. Because where our focus goes, energy goes. Energy begets energy. So you're channeling focus straight to the 10 fingers. And the 10 fingers funnel that back to you, to the mind. So it really isn't, I think my 10 fingers are touching. It's, I feel my 10 fingers touching. Again, even if it comes and goes, when you notice it's there, just be willing to just harness your focus a little more. Be willing to sit with the physical feeling. Your eyes can be open or closed. Put all your focus on your thumbs. If this is helpful, you can take the other fingertips apart and just keep the thumb tips touching. Just being a witness to your own breathing. A witness to your own breathing. When your mind's a little more relaxed, the breathing is smoother, is easier. That's all we're looking to do. To relax your mind just a little bit so the breathing softens and smooths out, which will allow you much bigger focus on the hands. Just slowly take your breath in and out as you feel the thumb tips touching. Take your thumb tips apart and only press the index fingers together. All the other fingertips stay apart. The index fingers come together. When we sit with undivided attention for ourselves, many thoughts come rushing in. That's normal. I want you to keep your focus on your index fingers. Think about how humble your hands are and what your fingers do for you every day. Give the index fingers recognition rather than the crowd of thoughts, rather than your commentary. You're not ignoring the usual commentary. You're just putting it on hold so that you can practice giving humble recognition to the index fingers, who never really fight for your attention, ask for it. Yet they do so much for you day in and day out. Take your index fingers apart, middle fingers to touch. Sometimes to focus on just one thing feels like, well, I should be able to do 3 more other things. No, not now. Just middle fingertips touching. In this exercise today, you're sitting with what's subtle and humble and never fights for your attention. Your hands keep you busy all day and they're dependable and reliable. Unless you break a finger or get cut or something. Otherwise, we really don't give that much attention to our hands. Unless you go get a manicure. This is about giving focus and recognition to what's more subtle and humble, as opposed to all the attention-grabbing thinking mind. If you create a little space from the flurry of thoughts, coming in, coming out, just like cars racing by on a highway, and you just step back from it, it'll be an amazing breakthrough for your day today. Take the middle fingers apart, bring the third fingers together. Slow with the breath. Slowly letting the breath go. Do you feel the third fingers touching? Drop down into the third fingers. Drop under the lake of your own mind. Like when you go in water and you go underwater and it's quiet and you go to the bottom. It's quiet. This is all we're going for this morning. This is all we're going for. It's literally called dropping in. And it's dropping in. It means you drop under all your usual. Take a step back from it. Bring your pinky fingers to touch. All other fingers come apart. Your eyes can be open or closed, whatever works. If you're able to drop down and drop in, your breathing will smooth right out. And your nervous system will feel peaceful as a result. Peace in the mind, peace to the nervous system. Peace in the mind, peace in the body. We're connected to the body feeling a little more peaceful, our mind will as well. Bring all 10 fingertips to touch. Do you feel all 10 fingertips touching? Physically? It's dropping into this physical feeling, connecting our mind to our body. That does create some humility, that does create different responses than our usual response. It does get us to think higher and feel deeper. And be more thoughtful too. Perhaps move a little slower in our decision making. Pause. Perhaps it expands our perception and our perspective. Yet you don't try for all those things to happen. It's just part of this energy. Those benefits are all byproducts for dropping in. To create a little space between every little thought that comes rushing in. Relieves and relaxes our brain. No wonder we get headaches. We're in our head all the time. Big breath in. Open mouth space. Palms together. Press them into your heart. Chin to your chest. Acknowledging whatever this meditation affords you today. A meditative mind is just a clearer mind, a little more relaxed as we go about our day. That's really it. That's really, really it. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.